Hey guys, it's Sonia from Junk Monkey. I've got Happy Mail. Oh my gosh, listen, how could you not get like mail that has a painted mermaid on it? I mean, it's so big. Can I even put it down here? It has a painted mermaid on it right there. It's got heart. I even think she might have done, this is from Marie Baroni. Thank you so much for sending this to me. I have no idea what it is. Hey Jen, how are you? But anything that has hearts, mermaid, and kelp, I'm pretty sure I could be all about it, all right? So let me go ahead. I have no idea, like what you guys send me, just, man, it's like, makes me so happy. Seriously, you guys send me mail. It is the best. All right, you're going to see what it is with me at the very same time. And then as you guys are logging on here, I got to show you something new that we've got for you junk monkeys to play with. So it is Sonia here from Junk Monkey Paint Company. Got my right-hand girl Kate here behind the scenes with me. Shout it out, Kate. Say hello. 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 I see Adam, Monkey Adam in the background. Oh man, we're just having all kinds of fun today at the Junk Monkey, making it happen for you guys. There's been something you guys have been asking us for a while, and I'm finally happy to say that today is the day. And I'm going to share with you what that is. And I'm going to share with you what I got in my Happy Mail because I have no idea. I have to tell you, this is the first time I got a package that was shaped like this. But like I said, has actual mermaids on the whole thing and kelp. I mean, I have no idea what Marie has sent me here. So let's find out together because I'm excited. I am so excited. So how's everybody doing? Woo, not my heat gun's not doing so well. It is TGIF, right? Friday, whoop, whoop. What's everybody up to? Oh my gosh, I have no idea what this is. Like, no idea whatsoever. You guys ready? Hey, Emily, what's up, girl? All right, ready? Let's see. Let's see what she sent me. Oh my gosh, pretty papers. Guys, you know that I am a paint and pretty papers kind of girl. Look what Marie sent me. You are so kind, girl. Oh my goodness. I gotta add this to my stash and do some beautiful projects with it. Look, what's your favorite papers? Mermaid scales. Okay, join me this week where we will be doing, this one's gonna be like one of the first ones I do. You guys know that I was born on an island in the North Atlantic, daughter of a fisherman, and I say that I am an inland mermaid, okay? That's why I love it when it rains and love the wet and rainy weather. Look at all this beautiful paper. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, we're going to be doing projects with that this week. So if you're wondering what Sonia is going to be doing here on our page, incorporating this. Napkins. Never saw that napkin before. Look at this. Jen, they do look like watercolors. Really just mesmerizing colors. And then we have the peacock. It says the butterfly. Oh my goodness, butterfly. We got roses. Look at this, guys. Me, my shabby vintage lover, me just positively loves this. So we'll be making use of this. Oh my goodness, got a little bit of fall. Well, hello there. How are you? Look at this. You giggling. Seriously, look how pretty. Well, hello there, Kate. No, I'm talking to the mermaid tail. Look at this. This looks like a paint pour. Has anybody done a paint pour yet? Look, guys. I have so many mediums here. She sent me paper, napkins, and oh my gosh, the girl knows where to find the most amazing tissue paper. So gorgeous. You know, like this goes so pretty together, doesn't it? Oh my lorda. I cannot positively wait. Marie, this is the nicest Happy Mail ever. Like that, you are so kind. And look, we got some leafy goodness, some earthy kind of things there. So, oh my goodness. I will probably be working on something this weekend. And I don't even know what this is. No way. Do they make? They do. This is like a giant. Where in the earth did you even find this? We're all going to want to know now, Marie. This looks like a giant, massive, like tissue paper. You know, like when you put like a tablecloth and it's like the tissue paper tablecloths. Look at this. It's mermaid style. Oh, Marie, you are so kind. And then she sent me a card, guys, and it looks like she has swim with the mermaids. She has taken this tissue paper, and it looks like it's just done on card. Oh, look at this. She says decoupage tablecloth over whole piece. decoupage mermaid's tail from a napkin. So then she used she used the tablecloth, then she used the napkin. Then she says she put glitter paint on the scales and bubbles, and then she used mermaid's tail, gold metallic paint, stencil seaweed, and words in mermaid tail. I recognize that Junk Monkey paint color. Eyeliner, Kate, she did eyeliner in Raisin the Bar and sealed with a coat of poly. Look at this, guys. You know what I'm gonna have to do? This is gonna go on my studio wall. I love it when you guys send me fan mail, send me fan art. This is the best. You guys know I love it. And somebody out there right now is getting inspired too, right? Isn't this absolutely beautiful? Look, look, look. And this is just done on a piece of cardboard. This could be a piece of wood if you want to make it a heavier sign. But just to show you that it doesn't take a whole lot to be able to make something beautiful that reflects your personality. Thank you, Marie. You have a beautiful personality for even thinking of me to send that to me. So she says, thank you so much. Oh, she says that she's watched for a long time. And she says, let's see, I hope you, getting the nerve to place her very first order. She was never convinced that she could do it. She wasn't convinced that she could ever do it. But she says, after watching me, it taught her things and taught her that imperfect is perfect. You better believe it, girl. And she says, I can't thank you enough. Here's to the power of paint. And she hopes that I'm able to do some beautiful things with what she sent me. Marie, you are the bee's knees. You are the bee's knees. I love the envelope even before I got to open it. So the fact that you took time out of your day to send me these things and to think of me, you have no idea. You have no idea. How cool is it to be able to have friends all over the world? All over the world. The power of paint and creativity does beautiful things for the soul and brings beautiful friends together. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for sending me in all these fun things. So now you know what we're going to be doing on our page this week, friends. Okay, right there. Because of Marie, that's what we're going to be doing. Everybody's going to want to know where she found those gorgeous, gorgeous pieces of pretty papers. So I'm excited, guys, because I also have something to give back to you. So here at the Junk Monkey, you know, we're always looking to add things that make sense and that we listen to you guys and what you want to see. And for a long time, you guys know that you love our glazes, and we keep seeing our glazes used all over the beautiful furniture that you guys have been sending in to us, posting in our Junk Monkey Paint Projects group here on Facebook, our free sharing group. And we have currently a black glaze, we have a brown glaze, and we have a teal highlighting glaze, right? Here is an example of the black glaze over I think this was a Paris gray. I put it over right here. I painted this live right here on Facebook Live just maybe like 2 months ago or so. And so one of the things that you guys have been asking us for is, Sonia, you've got black, you've got brown, because I'm a shabby painter and I tend to go to the dark side, baby. You know what I'm saying? I tend to do a lot of shabby, just really moody sort of not photos, but, you know, art, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I also love me, hence the mermaids, the coastal feel, right? I love me some mermaids and distressed shabby mermaids. So today, without further ado, I am super happy to announce to you guys that the Junk Monkey now has its very own whitewashing glaze. Right there, baby, right there. So you guys know I have a Coach and Create Club where I coach right now over 130 ladies all across this beautiful country how to grow their businesses and how to be able to take what they do, their hobby, their talent, and to be able to turn it into a business. So the link is up above if that is somebody that you are interested as well in joining us. And this is what I did in my group today using our very new whitewashing glaze. Got it? Right there? Because who doesn't love a whitewash over some furniture? So this is going to be the bee's knees. I'm going to show you how to use it. So this is going to be a great tutorial if you're planning to do some glazing and you feel like you need some help and you need some, you have some questions, you need some help, that sort of thing. But here is basically what it can do. Okay, so I used today our blue slate, our chalky style with our vintage white, and then to be able to get this like really what I call like coastal whitewash look, I'm going to show you what I did and how to use the glaze, all right? So I happen to have some cabinet doors kicking around because I always tell you guys that I think cabinet doors are amazing for when you are trying to work out for yourself. You can get them for cheap. Sometimes you get them for free, right? And you're able to work out like maybe what you want to do with a piece completely overall. By the way, let's do some banana bucks today, right? $20 for somebody who shares this video, shares the Junk Monkey love, And at the end of the video, we'll shout out a name. And if your name is called, just email me at junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com before midnight tonight, Eastern Standard Time. Winner, winner in the subject line, so I can make sure I see you. And I will shoot you back a code that you can use on our website for $20 in big banana bucks. Whoop, whoop. So I have to tell you that this is done in our chalky style paint as well. For a period of time, I worked on kitchen cabinets for other people. I did over 70 sets of kitchen cabinets week after week after week after week after week, okay? This was a sample that I did up with some of our, this is candy bar brown. It has a little bit of the antique lace to mellow the brown out a little bit, and then it also has some black into it. Do you see right here into the creases? This was maybe like an old drawer. So a lot of times when I was doing finishes for people that wanted something a little bit more custom, I would find cabinet doors and then paint them up to kind of get and be like, hey, is this what you're thinking? You know, is this, you know, let me get into your mind. Is this what, based on what you're telling me, you want your cabinets to look like this? So this can be any piece of furniture for you guys. So my first tip is use a cabinet door, because if you're going to do an overall look for a piece of furniture, this is a great way to see if your color combination that you're picking will work, or if somebody wants something totally custom, right? So right here, for those of you who are joining us, I'm going to show you how to use our brand spanking new whitewashing glaze to be able to create a coastal look. So it's a big difference when you put on a white glaze compared to a dark glaze. Totally changes the feel of things, right? Totally changes the feel of things. All right, so right now I have this is the brown cabinet door that I have on here, and I think I'm just going to make use of this one because it's already got some paint onto it, and I just want to get to the nitty-gritty of showing you guys what to do basically when you use the glaze, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and this one's been kicking around for a while in my basement with just paint onto it. So let's just, you know, dust it off a little bit. So from your point of view, all you need to know is you're going to put your paint down and you're going to let your paint dry completely before you do the glazing process, all right? So let's go ahead and grab our glaze. First question is, I know somebody out there is going, is that like paint? No, it is not paint, okay? So our glaze is like a medium that flows over your paint, all right? So if you put this straight over, you guys saw me do a sample board this week. If you put our glaze straight over just hungry, thirsty, bare wood, it will dry into it and it will actually still show you all the wood grain. That's because it does not cover completely. It's made like that. Paint covers completely, so that's the difference. So in the faux painting decorative world, you've got paint, but you've also got glaze, all right? No products are created equal. I'm just happy to be able to bring you guys the products that I have worked with Matt to be able to create, and for me as a shabby style painter for over 10 years, and now being able to do this for a living, okay? So I make my products the way that me as a shabby, you know, decorative painter love to paint, and I'm so happy to be able to be to a place in life that I can share everything with you guys too, and that's where I share all my products at junkmonkeypaint.com. You guys can see the link right below. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and grab my glaze. Think of it like a donut, okay? You got your donut. Glaze sits on the top of your donut, except you don't eat this stuff, right? But you know how glaze covers it? Covers the actual cake part of the donut, right? Same sort of thing. So when you put glaze down, it is like you're looking at your piece with like sunglasses on it. It basically looks like you have a pair of white sunglasses on, okay? Because now it's broken up the solid blue slate color that was down here, and I've done some other little edging, and I'll show you how I did that in a second. But basically it puts on this, like, you know, this cover over it. You can still see the color, but now it looks like you've got some like antiquing or highlighting depending on the color of the glaze that you use, right? So that's how glaze works in conjunction with our Junk Monkey paints, all right? It goes over the top, paints are dry. I go ahead and I grab a shabby chip brush real quick. When I work with glaze, I want to be fast, okay? One of the things I just want you guys to kind of, when you understand the why, you'll understand why you move fast, is because remember how I show you guys that if you do not seal our chalky style paint, that you have a chalkboard. So our paint is a porous paint. So when you put your glaze on top of your paint, if you wait too long, it fills up those pores. And that's when you get to a point where you feel like your glaze is not moving. It's because you've let it sit for too long. So my first tip is don't like paint your entire project with glaze and then try to wipe off and create your look. What you're going to want to do is identify segments of your piece at a time, okay? Like the cabinet door part, okay? So maybe I have 4 cabinet doors. I do 1 door at a time. I do the side at a time. You get what I'm saying? I do the first part of the shelf at a time. So break it up like pieces of a puzzle. Before I glaze, to also help me make this be a quick, smooth, easy thing, I also like to have everything ready. So you guys are going to be excited to know that on our website today, we have been talking about it, and we are finally here, people. We are finally here where we now have the cheesecloth that I use available on our website, okay? You can get 4 yards on there. It comes in a bundle just like this. This is great for multiple projects, and so that's one of the things as well that's been added to our website. So today, right now, our brand new whitewashing glaze is available, as well as the cheesecloth, okay? That's going to make your life a whole lot easier because you can get it all in one place when you get your Junk Monkey paint, right? So I've got my glaze, I've got my cheesecloth. I'm going to need my brush to put my glaze on top of it, and the next thing I'm going to need is my water bottle, my water spritzer that looks like it has seen spritzel. It's like German, Matt. It's like German. Can somebody give me a pretzel with my spritzel? All right, so what we're going to do, Matt joined us as well. Everybody say hey to Matt in the background. In the background. Who needs help on glazing today? How exciting. So even though I'm showing you our new glaze out, just know that you can do this with any look, right? And I'm using it over our brown and black painted cabinet door that I have here. So I don't use the whole thing of cheesecloth. Listen, Linda, I am somebody who's like, let's not use, we're not going to throw at anything that we're not using, right? We're not wasteful. So I like to basically
stop.
Be able to get like about this much right here in my hand to be able to take it off. What's that, Matt?
Susan, my mother called me Matthew once. Don't call me Matthew.
Matthew.
Yes.
That's stern, right?
Yes.
Matthew, come here. Come here. Yeah, he knows he's in trouble when his wife says Matthew.
You say Matthew.
Too funny.
You say Matthew, you know that you're going to be in for a bad time when I respond.
Funny stuff. All right, so Matt's in the background. Anyway, we have got our cheesecloth right here. I don't like to pull too much off. I go ahead and I take my cheesecloth. You saw what I cut off. I just like to have like a little snowball in my hand, okay? Just bunched up in a snowball. It is my favorite thing to use is cheesecloth when I'm faux finishing because it gives me a completely different look than if I would use a piece of an old t-shirt. I get woolies. I get it doesn't give me the same sort of look, okay? And when you use cheesecloth, that's when you get these beautiful, just, you see how you can see like the waves, just the interesting look of how it lays on your paint. Cheesecloth's going to be your key, okay? Cheesecloth is going to be your key. All right, so we've got our water. Now what I do is I just spritz just a little bit, okay? I like to get my cheesecloth just a little bit damp, all right? That's also an important part of this. All right, we're ready to go here. So I'm going to dip into my brand new jar here of my whitewash, and I'm going to go ahead and put it all over, okay? So sometimes you guys message me and you're like, Sonia, so is that what I do? I just put it on top of here and then that's it? No, girl, you put it on and then you got to wipe it off to get that whitewash look, okay? So I'm using it over an old sample door that I've had kicking around. This can be any color paint that you put down, but I will tell you, it will definitely give you like a driftwood look. When you guys think of whitewashing, like what are some terms? Help me here to help describe visually what you think of. I say whitewash, I say like gives you a driftwood coastal kind of look, but help me, how would you describe to people what you think a whitewash is, right?
Yeah, I heard that rumor. Happy birthday, Lisa. But yeah, I heard that rumor around.
All right, ready to go? Put my cheesecloth back in my hand. The area that I'm about to go ahead and glaze with, I want to make sure that part's a little bit damp, okay? And now I can go in and I can do the slide, baby. I can do the slide. I'm pretty sure there's a dance about that, right? What's that slide that you do?
The electric slide.
The electric slide? Yeah, well, we're doing the Junk Monkey slide right there. All right, so that's why I say that glaze does not cancel out your paint, right? Look. Yes, absolutely. So now we're totally toning down this cabinet door. We've got the brown and the black underneath it. And by the way, to get this brown, I just put some of my antique lace with my candy bar brown, toned it down to a softer brown versus more of like a chocolate brown. And now I have a very, very light cabinet door, right? So when I glaze, I do one section at a time. The other key is to not go too fast, right?
From your website?
Girl, have you been following us for the last year?
Well,
somebody tell her.
Did we have the, let me go make sure that's not an error on our part.
What's that?
Joe,
What are you looking for?
paint colors.
I'm assuming she means that that she doesn't realize that we actually are super excited to be able to say that we went from hand making our paint to having our paint professionally made. And so we did that earlier this year as the Junk Monkey travels all across the U.S. And with that, we are announcing and bringing back groups of products. So there you go. So we have currently 45 colors for you to play with. We have 25 of the chalky style, 20 of the milk paint colors, and just know at any given time that if there's a color you want to create, all you have to do is blend the two paints and you are good to go, right?
Actually,
all right, let's see here. All right, so I will look up that later in just a second, Matt. We'll figure out what's going down. But we have 25 chalky paint colors, okay? Do you see the difference it made? Let's do that one more time, all right? You can see the difference, like how you get that lightness, right? This is beautiful to use over, like, if you want a space that just lightens up more. You don't want heavy furniture. Doing a whitewash over your furniture can be beautiful. Putting it over black would be absolutely amazing as well. All right, so I could dry this and then just go ahead and do my seal with it. I'm going to put it to the side because I've got one more cabinet door here that's been kicking around my basement. Yes, and I need to do something with it. So, true story, I'll tell you the story on this guy here. This is just a cabinet door, and I was turning it into a tray. So, right now, I have gotten as far as I've also used my candy bar brown and my antique lace, and I think I put a little bit of black velvet in here as well, just to kind of give that look. It's like, you see how it kind of has the changing colors. And then I put one of my favorite stencils down in white, and that's all I've gotten done with this piece right now, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and, what's Galen doing today? So let's get this piece as well ready to glaze, just so you can see firsthand. So all you have to do is put your paint down, make sure your paint is dry before you glaze. Remember, paint is like a sponge, right? So it basically absorbs your paint. And sometimes when you fill your paint, I'm just using another brush just to kind of, get rid of any sort of dust before I glaze. But because, wood is a porous material, it pulls your paint into it. So sometimes people, do, oh, it's dry to the touch, I'm good to go for my next step. So just know that the longer that you give your paint a chance to dry in and suck in, that's going to be a good thing because it has a better hold. Believe it or not, things cure over 30 days. That's why when, you have your painted furniture, I always tell people, be super careful with it with the first, especially, 48 hours because it's still curing. But just know that it takes actually 30 days for your cabinets to cure or anything like that. That's when they're at their most durable, okay? All right, let's go ahead. So we're just gonna lighten this piece up. So again, we've got browns going down on top of just a cabinet door. Oh, look, you can see I was drawing a fox on the other side at one point. Can you see his little face right there? Practicing. So there we go. This is just a cabinet door with our chalky style paint onto it. So for you, this could be any piece of furniture that you want to make it, all right? Same sort of thing as well. Let's go ahead and get our cheesecloth ready. So again, cheesecloth's on our website now, so you can get this all in one place, which makes me happy. I'm so happy to be able to do that for you guys because I know what it's like when you just want to get all your stuff at one time. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and, like I say, I pull my cheesecloth apart so it's nice and it's free. It's like, do you want to build a snowman? You know what I'm saying? It's in my hand, nice and fluffy. And then I do my spritz onto it just to get it damp, just a little bit. And then the nice thing about using a cheesecloth in what I just told you about your paint drying is it's soft. It's free flowing. It's very, very light. Your glaze should glide over your paint. You shouldn't be ripping your paint off, right? You're not going in there and rubbing it. You're basically just gliding it over. So this is why the cheesecloth is so dainty and perfect, okay? So I'm going to go ahead with my shabby chip brush. That's just what I use to get it on. And we're going to go all over this as well. All over this brown cabinet door. And let's see again, the light look it's going to give us, right? Really, really quick. So if this was a project, I would just do this one piece at a time. Now this is going to fade out my center because we got white going on a light color, but you should still see it just fine. But if I really wanted to, the difference would be is if I put my stencil on after I glaze. So that's a fun way to experiment with as well. Making your stencil on top pop or making it fade into the background. You can do that with glaze as well, right? Then it's not so in your face. All right, so we've got that all over our cabinet door. And now we're going to go ahead and grab grab the cheesecloth because I just switched it around in my hands. I'm going to give it another nice little spray here real fast. This is just water, and then I can go ahead and start. And start on the center this time. Now you've got some edging on this cabinet door, so I like it when some glaze collects in there. So I'm going to start and just do a nice little, you know, I'm going to go ahead and start with my edges first, and then I'll work over it. Glazing definitely, you know, is something you get better at over time. You generally want, unless you're doing something, you know, that you don't want it, but you usually generally want like everything to run into like straight lines, right? So, you know, this is the square within this piece. So I'm going to start here first. And do you see how it fades out my center flower there? I can touch up my edges, but what I do is I start the process, turn it over a little bit as well, because now that your cloth is collecting some of the glaze that's on the top, you're going to want to be able to, you know, you're going to want to be able to just turn it over so you're not just pushing it off somewhere else, right? So I'm going to just go ahead. Now I'm swiping from the outside up to make all those connections, and then I can do my outside as well. Totally different look. Definitely that coastal driftwood, light, airy. This could always almost be like if you love, you know, shabby French style, you're very into shabby chic and you love those light pastels, do a whitewash on top of like Don't Make Me Blush or something like that, and you've got the makings for the most light, feminine, you know, shabby chic look, but do it on top of colors like the blue slate and the stormy forest and a lot of those ocean sort of blue colors, then you're going to have more coastal, right? So you don't want to mess with it too much. You're going to go light to get it into place, and then you're done, right? Then you are done. You can play with it just slightly, lightly, but I love the way that the white just nestled into the wood. I'm going to dab out that corner just a little bit, and way to go, okay? So there you go. I've got a really cool lightened up door. No longer is it that brown, right? Totally different driftwood, classy, really sort of look. So like I say, when you put it over blue, now you've got more coastal going on, right? So absolutely just really cool things that you can do. This is the difference of when you put your stencil on top of the wash, and this is the difference when you put it under the wash, and what it does is it just kind of mutes it out just a little bit, right? So pretty. Now you'll see the difference between this and this. One of the things that this is missing is that I did my eyeliner effect, right? This is what we coined at the Junk Monkey, the eyeliner effect, just like putting on makeup. And so I went a little shabby with my eyeliner, but I'm going to do the same to this tray as well, because that's just, you know, I love that look. So let me just go ahead and heat that up a little bit so we can dry our glaze so I don't mess it up. So yeah, guys, we're doing banana bucks today. All you have to do is share the video, and shortly I am going to announce a winner. Yes, Jackie, you're absolutely right. Good eyes, girl. So these two holes right here I've drilled. So you know what I'm going to do? I am going to seal this up. I can put handles right here on either side, and now I have a tray that I can sell into my shop, right? And it's a repurposed, probably $1 that I paid for this cabinet door. Look how nice that looks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know, I was talking to Kate earlier, and she said it reminds her of like, just like, how'd you call it, cinematic movies. You know, you get that whitewash, you get the black and white, vintage overlay, you know, when you watch old movies, that sort of thing. And that's exactly what it does. But I love how the white nestled into parts of the crevices here. That's what, you know, that's just the bee's knees right there, right? So let me go ahead and dry this up. This would be beautiful on cabinet doors, like for your kitchen. If you want a French kitchen, this would be an example of a door that you could put up in a French kitchen. Absolutely beautiful. All right, I'm just going to dry the corners out just a little bit. I'm force drying this because we're doing this live. I don't like to play with my glaze too much because I like to let it just run its process, right? So I tend to do all my distressing and all my painting before I glaze, okay? And then, because I'm not going to distress at this point. I mean, you can if you want to, but that's just for my, my personal style. That's what I tend to do, okay? So there you go. Now we're going to go ahead and dip into our vintage white, which is over here. By the way, okay, so I'm going to tell you a little secret here because I'm a keep it simple kind of girl. When you use our white glaze, it actually matches our vintage white. When you use our brown glaze, it matches our candy bar brown. When you use our black glaze, it matches our black velvet, okay? So we have built the products so they all play very, very nice together. So I've done this white wash that matches and mirrors my vintage white. Now what I can do is go ahead and start doing my eyeliner effect and really make some of the edges of this beautiful door stand out, because some doors are plain, Jane, but this one happens to have come to me with some beautiful edging on it. And so here's where I can play with it, right? And really just make any of these edges stand out a little bit more. So I'm just going to do that before I put the handles to turn it completely into a tray. But I love this washed out look. It's classy, it's beautiful.
FYI, just for those who are asking, everything is available in the shop. It's just a couple colors are not showing up.
Which ones are missing
on the
there?
Site. Teal glaze.
Oh, it's the glaze.
Black, white, brown, clover.
Okay.
Dance and Liberty.
So let me check out our website. So
Yeah.
when we added the white glaze, it's brand new in our store. I'll just have to go and see what happened. It might have hid some of the other products, but they're still available. So when I'm done, I'll go check that out and be Miss IT girl, and we'll get you all figured out, okay?
I'm being Mr. IT guy right now.
All right. Well, if Matt can fix it while I'm on the phone, that would be
That's what
awesome.
I'm trying to do.
All right. There we go. But I think I know what might be happening. So no worry. That's what's nice, right? I tell you guys all the time that, you know, when you're into your business and you do your own website, you don't need to call somebody on a Friday night. You can do it yourself, right? That's what's awesome. So I love how this has looked. I'm going to just dry this up real quick. What do you guys think? And then, of course, we can go ahead and we can seal. So because this is a tray, I will probably put banana peel on it. The reason being, the question I ask myself is this going to be a piece that's going to get a lot of use? It's going to be wiped down. There could be food going on it. You know, those are the kinds of questions you want to ask yourself, because if it's more of a decorative piece and this was just going to be on a fireplace mantle with a bow on it, you know what? I'm going to seal with my monkey shine, quick and easy. But if it's something that is going to be potentially used with, you know, somebody could be served breakfast in bed with it, then I'm going to want to make sure that I use my poly, because just like, you know, banana peel, that's what we call it. A banana peel protects the banana, right? It's the carrying case. Our banana peel not only preserves and protects and goes into the wood that way, like the monkey shine, but it also gives you an outer layer, like a turtle shell, out over the edge, right? That's why it's great for cabinets, for tabletops, and for anything like that, you know, bookshelves, or even just, you know, end stands where they get a lot of use. They don't just look pretty in the corner, but instead things are moved on them, right? So easy, guys. So paint, stencil, glaze, eyeliner. You know, that's all I have on here. So that's I think that's pretty much dry right now. We'll just go ahead and move ahead. And so this brings me to the very next thing that I'm excited to talk about with you guys. And that is that not only do we have our glaze available now, the white glaze online, and our cheesecloths available, so you can do the glaze effect and get the awesome look that you're looking for. But say it with me, I am so happy that we have now put these are one of my favorite brushes ever online, so that you can get them as well. Because you guys ask me all the time, Sonia, what do you recommend for painting with, okay? Or for even polying with. This is a brush that to me has become, because I've used a lot of different brushes, and this has become my go-to brush that is awesome, and I'll tell you about it in just a second. But I want you to know I use it for paint and for poly, okay? So the difference is, like when you're on our website, or if you came into my store and you say, what brush do I need to get, you know, to paint with? I'd say, well, what sort of effect are you going to go for? If you're looking for something that is shabby and distressed, go with a shabby chip brush every single time, girl. If you're wanting something that's full-on coverage, all over coverage, maybe you're painting your kitchen cabinets or something like that, or you just want more of an all-over coverage, and then you just can go ahead and distress the edges, you're going to want to use this one right here, okay? So I do a lot of painting. I've been painting now for over 10 years, and this little wrist right here gets a lot of activity, okay? I've come to realize that I love this brush so much because it's light. It has the angle, which is the cut-in brushes, which really helps me be able to get stuff into edges and to do nice clean looks with my paint. And it's made in a way that it picks up paint and a lot of paint at one time, so that way you can complete your projects faster than probably what you normally would with another brush, right? It's just awesome. It has a lot. Now this was wet because I used it earlier today, but when you take yours out of the pack, it's going to feel like what I always tell you guys. Use a brush that feels like a blush brush to your face, okay? Something that you can put up against your cheek and it doesn't feel like you're going to scrape the face off yourself, okay? Like the skin off your body. So this is a nice, soft, flowy brush, and because it's soft, flowy, it carries paint and gives you full coverage, okay? So think about that. Carries paint and gives you full coverage. So what do you think happens when you put poly on this brush, right? It carries the poly and gives you full coverage, because at the end of the day, when you are going to seal your piece, you're not looking for distressed poly, right? You're looking for all over coverage. So when you buy this brush, and it is $5.99 on our Junk Monkey Paint Company or junkmonkeypaint.com page, pick it up and put it in with your paint. And if you're going to do and follow what I say, get one that you keep for paint and pay another $5.99 and get one that you keep for poly, and then you have them in your stash, okay? These brushes are made by Wooster, which is an awesome company. They're a quality company, and that's why I love, when I want full coverage, this is awesome. The fact that it's also got a rubber handle makes it so easy to be able to work with. And do you see where it hits you? So I've used brushes before that makes my hand feel heavy. It clinks off of like when I'm inside of trying to paint stools and things like that because the brush handle is so long, but also I don't get any sort of callus right here because it is so nice. All right, so if you're on our website and you're getting your paint, these are now, as of today, we're super excited, for $5.99. And because I am a girl on a budget, I love to be able to work with quality tools that give me beautiful looks, but I don't have to break the bank. So $5.99, this is going to be my recommendation all day long till the cows come home, okay? All right, so with that said, I'm going to go ahead and grab my banana peel, and I am going to, you guessed it, give it a nice little seal. So our banana peel is, we have two sealers. We have, of course, our Monkey Shine, and then we have our, so the Monkey Shine is a wax. The banana peel is the Tough Poly, okay? So let's go ahead and put this over. I'm just going to put my brush right in here. Now our poly is, you're going to see it's like an off-white, like milky color. We do that so that you have a guide, okay? So now when you put this down, you're going to know what you've polyed and what you haven't polyed because you can see it right in front of your eyes, right? You see that spot right there? So if I did this, I went, oh, I missed that corner. How did I not give a good protection to that corner, right? So you're able to use your poly like a guide. You're going to want to go all over coverage, light coat. Multiple light coats are better than one heavy coat. Put it all over and you will watch before your eyes as this video, the poly dries clear and it leaves you with just your nice sealed piece, right? And then you can go ahead and put your second layer onto it. So typically if I'm using poly, I've already decided that that piece needs some extra protection. So I know in my mind right now that I would do the minimum of 2 coats of poly on it, right? So this brush is just beautiful to work with, guys. I love it, and I'm happy to be able to now make them available for you guys on our website. You know, it's like a journey, right? This business is like a journey. You guys know that when we started Junk Monkey Paint Company, I started this business from the point of view that I was a painter, and with Matt's help, I was able to design my own paint and to take it from there. So nothing has changed in that I love to be able to do beautiful furniture and to not be able to not have to break the bank. And I remember the very first time that I went out to buy products, I literally could not afford them. I couldn't afford them. We were broke. I had no money, couldn't afford them. And Matt knew I was upset. He drove me to the store and to find this place that carried a certain kind of paint. And I could not afford it. And so that is one, my friends, my mission in life is to be able to teach you guys how you can have beautiful things in your home without breaking the bank or feeling bad, when realizing that, you know what, life has bills. We all have adulting bills and things to do and responsibilities. And this should be therapy. This should not be stressful. So $5.99, get your brush. Way to go, right? Thank you, Susan. I appreciate you guys so much too. And I appreciate you, Susan. You're awesome. You keep showing up with so much love, girl. I just love it. You know what? I always talk about painting brownie frowny furniture, but let me just tell you, life is too short to be brownie frowny in general, okay? Let's just talk about that. Life is too short to be brownie frowny in general because the fact that we are here is a mere miracle. and the fact that we are all creatives and we get to use our ability to just make other people happy and to be able to create beautiful homes for other people that live with us. And when you are a better person, when you're doing, you know, creative things, you just automatically feel better. Happiness is an inside job. So when you give back to you, really, you're just, you know, you're giving back to everybody else around you as well, right? So, it is so awesome to be here, to be able to make and create with you guys, I have to tell you. So this was what we did tonight. We did a quick straight over wash to kind of give you an idea of what it would look like. And then, of course, I also want you to know that you can do it over color. So this was done over a light brown, and this is our blue slate right here. So again, you know, I can't wait to see what you guys do, because, you know, there are so many colors, 45 colors for you guys to be able to play with. And just to see the color combos, because I know that once you guys start painting with this and glazing with this and putting it into the Junk Monkey Paint Projects groups for us all to see it, that you're going to like inspire all of us and go, oh my gosh, I never thought about that combo, right? And how you use it. So awesome, guys. So thank you for being here. You want to do the driftwood effect? Yes, go with like candy bar brown, black underneath it. Do that special blend that I teach you guys about, you know, when I do my weathered look. So you could do the weathered look with whatever colors you want, whether they're grays, whether they're blacks, whether they're browns, whether they're blues, doesn't make a difference. And then use this highlighting glaze over the top of it, and it mellows it all out, right? Because this was like a brown underneath here, right? So the lighter your color underneath, at the end of the day, the lighter your piece is going to be, right? So you can use soft pinks and things like that if you want. So I could do this over black, and it would be probably absolutely amazing. Yumminess, positively amazing, right? So thank you, guys. You're so kind. Seriously, you are so kind. So anyway, it is Friday night. I don't know what me and a man are going to do, but we are getting ready to head home and, you know, figure out what's for supper. What's everybody else having for supper? You guys can give me some good ideas. I'm going to go ahead right now and pick a winner for today, for somebody who hung out with us, was chatty, shared your awesome good vibes, and, you know, hung out with us here. So give me 1 second. I'm doing the finger scroll, the up, down, all around. Do the hokey pokey with the finger. Matt's in the background. Tell me it's not so easy. Listen. I feel like you know, when people play the musical instruments, right now I'm operating a phone and a mount and talking to all you guys. So, yeah. All right. We got Betty Hiltz. Betty Hiltz. If you are still in the house, girl, B-E-T-T-E. Last name H-I-L-T-Z. Girl, you are hooked up with some banana books. All you got to do to claim them is email me at junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com, put winner in the subject line, and do it before midnight tonight, Eastern Standard Time. I'm going back to the bottom down here so I can talk to you guys again. See what you're saying. Roast beef, I just saw come up. Roast beef sounds good to me, Kathleen. Heck yeah. Yay! Oh, that's so awesome. All right, guys. Over and out. Do something fun this weekend, will ya? And here's top secret as well. I've got something else to tell you guys about, whether I get to tell you tomorrow or even on Monday, just about something else that I have up my sleeve. So no looking, all right? No looking. All right, you guys take care. I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks so much for sharing this video. You guys are awesome. Bye.